During this movie, I got so scared that some points during this movie, I had to look away from the screen, which is ironic due to the fact that this movie is about an invisible man. Greyson reviews The Invisible Man. But imagine being Leigh Whannell, who has directed an amazing horror movie and is produced by Universal Pictures, but have the trailers be really bad and portray the movie as a generic toxic white male stalker movie, but in fact, it's actually a innovative movie about a toxic white male stalker. And I know, and it must be really tough for Leigh Whannell because that's not a space for any like filmmaker or any like just creator to be in right now, because like nobody likes to have that conversation, and you don't want to paint all men with the same brush. But Leigh Whannell handles this with and but with incredible sophistication, making this movie like reachable and watchable to all audiences. Because basically what Leigh Whannell does in this film is says that not all guys are toxic, but just dismissing them or dismissing the fact that there are some toxic guys out there is also a falsehood. And I also think that women will find an extra level of horror in this movie because some of the stuff that happens here is just incredibly shocking. And with that, I do think there is a lot of truth in what women go through, because I feel like it's sad, but a lot of women have gone through a situation where they have had aggressive, unwanted attention put on themselves, and they are extra paranoid because they are afraid of what could happen to them, and they just and like they are just uncomfortable with people's reaction to their paranoia and their fear. There's actually been a conversation going on about how women are more vulnerable both mentally and physically when they go outside in the dark, when they just go even walking outside at night just by themselves. And yeah, this movie plays into that like spectacularly. And it's one of those things where it's like you don't know what's out there, you don't know what's coming, you don't know what dangers are out there. And this movie's sci-fi twist on that is you'll never see like this assailant coming, and you'll just never see the assailant, period. And I think that's what made this like extra satisfying and extra real. So yeah, that's really scary, but that's scary for everyone. I mean, like, nobody wants an invisible man like looking after them or just bothering them in general. So if you're that type of person that watches movies on the face value, this is a movie about a crazy white man that invents a suit to turn himself invisible and uses that suit to terrorize his ex-wife. And on the surface, it does sound very dumb and very overdramatic, but when you look deeper and dive deeper into the movie, you realize that it's everything but. And can I just say, the direction, the writing, and the production that all went into this movie is just so excellent and so good and so well done. Honestly, like with some of these shots, they're just so amazing. And the score, which was so chilling and bone tingling, it gave me goosebumps throughout the entire movie, even when we weren't watching anything. It was just like random scenes. Like, it was just that bone chilling and like, just made me feel some type of way just by the score. And again, the writing was fantastic and it really leveled up the horror movie character. And I gotta hand a lot to the production designer of this movie, because all the sets and all the houses and all the buildings they were in, even the psychiatric hospital, was just so beautiful and so gorgeous. Like, I would love to live in the psychiatric hospital if this was what it looked like. And the house and the mansion that we see in the beginning of the film, I would want to live there too, because it's just such good architecture. And I'm like, the production designer needs a raise because they have a knack and an eye for good housing and good buildings. And Elizabeth Moss as the main character was especially amazing. She was great. She was amazing in this role. It kind of reminded me, especially with the movie that she's in, kind of reminded me of one of the Hitchcock blondes that are always in Alfred Hitchcock's original movies. Like in if you go back and watch all of his movies, there's always that one Elizabeth Moss type blonde, and she played it to perfection. But I don't really think that only Elizabeth Moss could play this role. I feel like a lot of actresses could have played it. So honestly, to those actresses that were in the running, they should really be bad. They should really be like horribly upset at their agent. And again, the direction Leigh Whannell did was just fantastic. So with him, do watch out for him because he's about to become one of the best horror directors as of now, just along with Jordan Peele and James Wan. So again, do watch out for him because if he makes more movies like this one right here, he's gonna be here for a long while. So that's my review of The Invisible Man. Share your thoughts down below and don't forget to subscribe to Greyson Talks Everything.